Biggie just said something I totally concur. This heat that we have outside. Let me see exactly Biggie's quote. I don't think I can do it today with this heat. And he said he meant the heat outside. And by it, he meant
life.
Nothing.
Yeah. Biggie, I thought this is Biggie 2.0, the can-do Biggie.
Oh, no, I mean, I feel amazing. Much better, but the heat, I think it just stifles everybody.
Oh, my God. Yesterday, I chronicled this late in yesterday's program that I had such terrible cramps from the night before. A lot of people came with solutions to that. Like somebody said he has a particular drink that he drinks before he golfs. And many people said, try this, Gatorade, electrolytes, all those things. I wasn't doing that.
Yeah, it sounded like, I did a little research on it, and it sounded like you really did deplete your body of all its sodium, which you have to have.
I mean, I do think that.
And let's be fair, it wasn't the athletics that did it. It was your water consumption 12 hours prior.
No doubt. I was
you did it to yourself.
Way more water than I had ever, probably the most water I've drunk in 10 years at least. It was the day I was trying to really drink a lot of water. Woo! And then went out in terrible heat and played long pickleball and just sweat. I can't even tell you. I mean, I was pouring sweat everywhere. People were making fun of me. Mm-hmm. I was leaving a trail behind me. Is how
you were squishing.
Mm-hmm. I really was squishing.
It was really your body screaming for help.
It was, but nobody knew it. It was inside me going, please help me. And I got home. Now I thought, okay, I'm weak. I'm fine. I took a shower. I was like, okay, everything's fine. I sat on the couch. Wasn't thinking I have some sort of health issue. And then as soon as I tried to get up, cramps all night long.
Mm-hmm.
From hip, from pelvis to toe, I was cramping in both legs. And even still yesterday, had cramps. And told you all yesterday, there's no way I can go to the gym. And
you told us 8 times.
I told you 8 times. You kept track. I said, my body is screaming at me. My body is screaming, don't do this.
And Big and I have seen this dance many times. And what that usually means is, I'm going. And I did consider yesterday, but finally I thought, I just can't today. I did not have the energy to go. And then Biggie told me something so sad. As I was leaving yesterday, apparently Biggie was in his car and tooted the horn and said, bye, Kels. Mm-hmm. And I just didn't even acknowledge
nothing. I mean, he walked right. It was like watching a zombie walk by.
I didn't even.
Sodium. Must have sodium.
I couldn't believe it. I would never do that. That's my best friend sitting there. You think I'm not going to...
You just walking dead right past him.
Exactly. You think I'm not going to acknowledge this man when he says goodbye to me at the end of a long day?
Nothing.
And I just made it to the car and said, I've just got to get home. And got home.
I have got to get home.
That's right. And when I got home, my wife was out on the screen porch, and she was doing some...
Taking the air?
Taking the air, I guess you'd say. And she was pretty hot out there, but she was out there. She likes to be out on the screen porch, and she was she's teaching some SAT courses. She's tutoring some teens in SAT prep.
Face-to-face or Zoom?
Face-to-face. And so she was doing some research. And so I just walked out there with her, and we have matching love seats, matching chairs. And I laid down in mine. I just sent Biggie a photograph of me that she took. Wait
a minute. Mm-hmm. That photograph that you've shared with Biggie and me, that I assume will be on social media, you posed like that in front of children?
No. She was just reading for her.
I thought the kids were there.
No, they weren't there.
Okay.
No. Move.
No. No.
That's my chair.
No.
My wife runs screaming in terror.
No. She was just out there preparing for her.
Oh, okay.
So she was reading some SAT. Beat
it, Junior.
But my SAT. I don't care.
I'm paying for this.
Get out of the way.
I got to get my verbal up.
No, they weren't there yet.
Thank the Lord.
But I just sat down. I said, well, I'll sit with you for a minute. And she snapped that photograph. And it's the definition of slumped. If you look at that picture.
Slumped.
Hashtag slumped. There's a TV behind me. Stranger Things is on it.
But you're not even watching?
No, I wasn't. I was faced away from it, laid out. And my wife showed me that picture some hours later and said, this is why you can't drink all that water and then go out in the heat and all those things.
Yeah, I mean, if you were George Costanza from Seinfeld and she were George Costanza's father, he'd slap you in the forehead with the palm of his hand.
Oh, my God. I mean, and well-deserved, but I just couldn't physically do a thing. And that taught me a real lesson. You've really got to watch out for things like water intake and exerting yourself too much, especially on hot days. So when Biggie says, I can't do life, I agree with you. In this heat.
You know what I see, and obviously if you watch the news during these heat waves, and it's brutal. It is. I mean, the heat index is way over 100 in a lot of the country.
Yes.
But what I see, a lot of people who have to work outside regardless, landscapers, construction workers, road crews, they have those cooling like bandana things around their necks.
I was thinking about
those are selling. I mean, those seem to really work.
I think that's right. Tonight, now I'm going to play pickle tonight, okay? If invited. But a lot of times I play on Thursday nights, and the temperature will be hovering in the 90s. And I'm going to take a cooler tonight with pickle juice, okay, with mustard. Because when I started cramping, I just started eating mustard. I had to. God. And that worked, briefly, ever so briefly. And then several people yesterday said, take pickle juice wherever you go. I just have to cart it with me wherever I go now. I have to have a jar of pickle juice. But I like bread and butter, and I don't know if that's going to
I'm not sure that's going to get the job done.
I think dill. Just
imagine the farts you'll be leaving behind. Speaking of which, mail call.
No.
Mail, Ellinger, I got nothing for you.
Oh, man.
What in the... I'm tired of this. I am tired of it. Charleston, West Virginia. West Virginia. That's
checking in.
West Virginia, that's quite a journey.
Yeah.
Well, it's been all over the country, though.
Yeah.
If you have
East Coast, West Coast, North, South.
If you've missed this now, the chronicling of it is that I get letters that simply say FART over and over and over again from across the country because I hate that word, and that's all they say. But let's see what we have here. Oh my goodness!
Wait a minute.
$100 bill.
Nuh-uh.
Whoa.
Does it say for movie use?
No, it does not. That's a one.
That's free. Look at that.
What does the note say?
It's a $100 bill. Now this is different. This is something I haven't received before.
Dear fart face.
Here is a little something for your farting.
It's a $100 fart. Spend it at the fart of your choice.
This is a counterfeit bill.
Happy Farters Day.
It will get you arrested.
I can't spend this.
It's tainted.
It's tainted. I'll get thrown in jail.
You choose one. I farted on this bill. How much do you love money like you claim?
I can't spend this.
What you love and what you hate. In one envelope.
An anonymous P1, Chris Kelly, a challenge. Follow Biggie's lead and pay this forward. This is $100 for you to give to someone and pay it forward.
We see how that's gone in the past.
Yes, even when something is non-monetary, he sits on those.
Now, see, I have not paid forward my other 20 yet here. I just keep it with me.
Right.
So maybe we should check in each day. And I'll show you the bill.
Yes, maybe we should.
See where this money goes.
Well, I'll show you the bill each day. Like, I still have the 20 and the gift card.
I think someone's getting some pickle juice in a pickle paddle.
The anonymous P1 says, you'll be tempted to spend this.
You think?
On chicken and pickles, on Diet Cokes, on new pickleball equipment. Resist. You'll have a fullness in your heart if you pay this forward to someone. Biggie's done it. He's found the fullness.
Is there a signature?
Just says anonymous P1. And at the end, one more thing to say. F-A-R.
Really?
It says odiferous effusion. And then where the F's are, he writes down the side F-A-R-T. He or she, F-A-R-T, F-A-R-T.
Oh, I see there. Okay.
But a long letter. If you have a difficult time coming up with a needy recipient, consult someone close to you with a pureness of heart. Your daughter.
No, he's got rich friends, too. Rich run with we're rich. We don't.
Send this forward with, go ahead and follow Biggie's lead and send it forward. Show your daughter that you have a true caring character in contrast to what you have shown in years past.
This might keep you out of the lake of fire for a time.
Wow.
This might be what's about to happen is one of my favorite Chris Kelly things where you have that it's like the devil and the angel on the shoulder. On one hand, you'll be going, yeah, I really should pay this forward. People are struggling. But on the other side, will be going, you deserve it. You work the hardest. You do the most.
No one appreciates me like I do.
Really?
Nobody knows what I really go through to do this. You should pay me $100.
You carried Demm and Biggie for 4 hours.
And Dave is, yeah, you do.
It's like my innermost thoughts.
Oh, yeah.
When I'm alone, at night in the quiet where my thoughts come from. Right. Here it is, that $100. But this is going to be a tough one. This is going to be a tough one.
Well, the problem is you're going to have to break that somewhere because, I guess you could just hand someone 100.
No, that's what you've been doing at a gas station.
Well, no, but I also got 20s and a gift card.
Yeah.
So that's a lot easier to just
hand 20's a little easier.
Yeah.
But if I see someone that I think is struggling at a gas, I could just say, here,
absolutely.
Good.
pay it forward.
Buy lunch for the building.
Nah,
Was that?
No, I wouldn't do that.
Not these people.
No, you want to buy lunch for us, that's one thing, but the others, they don't deserve it.
Let's try to find somebody who really could use $100.
Yeah, you think Jared wants lunch?
I think he wants.
Well, Jared will want lunch.
I've heard he might have had a ding in his windshield.
He's got the new Tesla.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Somebody said they've been called out.
On a job to replace a chip in a windshield.
Yes.
Not ours.
Not right. Well, they said, "Does somebody out there own a Tesla?" Well, not me, and not anybody on this show, but we do have somebody else that does own a Tesla. I'll tell you something else. This is about being slumped, and we've chronicled yesterday. I said today to Chris Demm, I'm 3 guesses into Wordle without a clue, so I'm stumped
and
slumped. I'm stumped and
I'm slumped.
And I'll tell you something else. You tell me if this is. I'm starting to get a little concerned about myself. 2 things I've done lately mentally today. Hailey Bieber is speaking out about Justin Bieber's condition, which seems to be getting better. Justin Bieber had this. Now I'm forgetting.
It's like a nerve thing. Yeah. It's an issue we'd never heard of.
Yes, it's similar to Bell's palsy, but not. And like half of his face was paralyzed. Huge news.
Yeah.
A couple of days ago. Yesterday, she's on the morning talk shows saying he's getting better and things are okay. So I put this in the notes here for Biggie, and we need Hailey Bieber talking about. But every time I've written it down today on my grid. On Biggie's stuff, everything, I put Hailey Bieber, who I think used to be a senator or something. Hailey Bieber.
Definitely a name from the political past.
Yeah, I thought so.
Get that old senator talking about Justin Bieber. What?
I think Hailey Bieber is somebody.
Yeah.
I've heard that name.
Right.
I wrote it 8 times though. Hailey Bieber talking about Justin Bieber's face. And then I looked at it and I was like, oh, that's a huge mistake. And I did it every single time. Now, here's the one that concerned me more. Remember 10 days ago or so, I went to the orthopedist about a knee issue I was having.
Yes, and you got the injection.
I'm falling apart, joint by joint, bit by bit, brain cell by brain cell. I'm just coming apart at the seams. So, on that, when I went in there, I hadn't been in there in 10 years, so I had to fill out all new paperwork. There were 10 pages of it, at least. So on every page, about every other, I had to write the date. And let's say the date was, June 2nd, which is basically what it was. I wrote 6/2/23. So I was 1 year ahead on every one of them. I wrote 23.
You were off by a year.
1 year. I wrote the date correctly, 6/2/23. 23. And on the last page, as I signed, and it had a big place for the date, I wrote it, and then I looked at it and I thought, that's wrong. It's not 23, it's 22. And then I thought to myself, have I been doing that the entire time? And I looked back at every single page, and I had written 23 instead of 22 on every single page.
Really?
Yes. And I told my wife, and she got that concerned look on her face. And then yesterday she was even more concerned when she took that slumped photo of me.
Yeah.
There's just
physically, mentally, it's all breaking down.
It's breaking down. That one, I thought, what's going on here?
It's an interesting manifestation, because Biggie and I have chronicled this many times. You're never happy where you are.
Well, right.
All you think about is where you want to be.
That's right.
Or what you used to be.
That's right.
But you're not where you are.
No, this one, though, I was like, why? What? That's just a 1 year, just a mistake, but repeated over and over and over again.
That's not the first thing that Justin Bieber's noticed, is it?
I don't know. I don't know.
Half his face froze?
Well, I'll ask Hailey Bieber on Capitol Hill to see what he said about that. It was very, very weird, though.
I'm really worried that we're going to have an intervention with you.
Something.
We're going to get called in, and we're all sitting there with little notes we've written about things you've done.
When you do this, it makes me feel black.
The other day, I was sitting in my car, and I said bye to you, and you didn't even acknowledge me.
And how did that make you feel, Biggie?
Worthless.
It's true. It's true.
When Chris Kelly was handed a crisp $100 bill. What did you think he was going to do with the $100 bill?
This is going to be a difficult thing for me.
It's a test.
This $100 bill is a real
You
test.
often fail tests.
Many times I have failed tests like this.
Physical test, moral test, they're the worst.
You recall, well, we just recently mentioned the chicken and pickles episode from a few years ago where I was given
The purloined gift cards.
lots of gift cards for free sandwiches. And the last thing the woman who was like the general manager, the regional manager said was, make sure you share them with the other guys.
Pay it forward.
I didn't do that.
No problem.
Man, that hundo. I could use that hundy, couldn't I?
For what?
It, crisp and well, a new
Life?
a new pickleball paddle is in the works. I'll tell you.
I want to see you hand that off because it'll be that movie scene where you're both not like whoever you're handing it to will be like, wow, thanks, but you won't let go and they'll that tug of war.
Man, that is nice. Look at Ben. It's like,
And we're sure it doesn't say for movie use only.
Yeah.
no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It's, I'll tell you. Old Ben Franklin's like he's speaking to me too. You deserve this.
Spend me where you want.
Don't
You know what I'm good for? Sodium.
I've got to stop at the store and buy pickle juice today. Today.
Somebody told me there was pickle pops. I got that message last night that you should start carrying pickle pops.
Yeah.
Oh, the frozen stuff?
Yeah.
But like take the frozen ones with you, they'll melt.
And you have them.
Yeah, and
I was
then you
going to
have
say,
them,
and pickle pops, and then several people had different things with sodium in. Now, if I did Gatorade, that's the original?
Yeah,
right?
that's electrolytes.
That's it. That's the electrolyte. You know, I always poo-pooed that.
Well, pickles is probably the original, but
Yeah.
Gatorade was invented for that.
I poo-pooed that. I've heard doctors say just drink water, but the electrolytes that's something. That's
Gatorade to me always has the most mixed reviews because you're right. I get told 1 minute, you need it for electrolytes, and the next, like, it's nothing but sugar water. Don't
even
drink
worry
it.
about it. But there's a sugar-free version.
There is a reason for Gator. If you are exerting yourself in the heat, you do need to replace electrolytes.
Well, I believe it.
Most kids drink it with a sandwich. That's unnecessary.
Don't need it.
Really, that's just sugar.
I'll tell you one thing that I was told when working out is they have these tablets you can get called Noon, N-U-U-N, I believe it is, and that you just drop in water,
and that's
electrolytes, no sugar.
And of course, there's always Brondo. You poo-pooed Brondo.
I did poo-poo Brondo.
It's what plants crave.
It's got what plants crave.
And that's right. Gatorade, they have a sugar-free version, don't they? Like a G2, is that what that is?
Yeah, I think that's what G2 is.
I do too.
But see, as much as you're burning and sweating, I don't think one original Gatorade's going to kill you.
Right. You're probably right.
I used to drink it when we played basketball in the summer.
I know. But I've always just thought, I kind of thought Gatorade was sort of what orange juice always said, part of a healthy breakfast. Well, really, we know. Come on. Now we know that. I kind of felt like Gatorade was just coasting on, it'll replace electrolytes, which you really don't need, but you do. You do. Let me tell you. I just found out the
You
hard
washed
way.
all your electrolytes away.
I did. They have been washed.
A day that'll live in infamy.
I never.
Watching you just down water all morning. What are you? And we're like, are you sure that's right? Shut up, amateurs. Go.
I'm drinking my way to good health.
What do you guys know?
No one understands me except Ben Franklin.
He does. He's talking to me right now. Ben Franklin is whispering in my spin me. Don't give it away.
You deserve this.
Deserve this. This is Hailey Bieber talking about Justin Bieber.
And his face?
Yeah, and his face. I have to clear it out of the way early, and I'll credit Biggie too. I put Hailey Bieber all over his notes, and he spelled it correctly. He got it right. He knew who she was up here, when he put it into our system. And this is her yesterday saying, thank the Lord that Justin Bieber's face is unfreezing.
He's doing really well. He is getting better every single day. He's feeling a lot better. And obviously it was just a very scary and random situation to happen, but he's going to be totally okay. And I'm just grateful that he's fine.
Exactly. She looked great yesterday, by the way. She was on all those shows. They showed her short little skirt that she was wearing walking into GMA. Saw this last night on Entertainment Tonight. Just my takeaway. I mean, she had just the shortest skirt I've seen in a long time.
Hasn't she? I think she's a model.
I guess she is. Yeah, she looks real good. Amber Heard looked good. I thought Amber Heard looked great on all her interviews. I told my wife last night, that is an attractive woman, Amber Heard. She was talking yesterday saying that she still loves Johnny Depp. So we have that story coming up. There's sometimes you just can't no matter how much someone hurts you or you argue, it's like I still have this feeling for him, this love for him.
There are tons of relationships like that.
Exactly. And that's out there again like that. I just realized Justin Bieber and I are very similar.
How's that?
Out of the blue, something we never expected to deal with. He's got frozen face.
You brought it on yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, I'll give you that. But neither one of us expected to all of a sudden have our lives just derailed. Just derailed for a day.
Do you want to trot your wife out in a miniskirt to defend you?
She'd do